Hi guys, it's Lauren J. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I like to do get ready with me style videos using products that are new to me, or just need a little bit more love in my collection. Today I'm going to be using kind of all three of those. I'm going to be doing a French inspired makeup look. So if you're interested in seeing how that comes out and my take on it, please keep watching. Hi guys, I am going to do my version of a French makeup look. To me, a French makeup look is incredibly effortless, red lip, minimal eyes, very clean looking skin. And I am inspired to do this by a few things. First of all, I recently watched the movie Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, which is all about Dior. And it is a lovely comfort food movie. Jason Isaacs is beautiful in it. And it is just so fun to see the old couture from Dior. It is set in 1957, which is 10 years after the 1947 new look. It's just so lovely to watch. And if you have an afternoon and you just need some comfort food, watch it. I highly recommend. And I also have been watching Angela Van Rose and her series on French for a Day, and she has done several French-inspired makeup looks and always very beautiful. Recently, I was also watching Allison Chase, who also recently saw Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, and she did a Miss Dior Goes to Paris look using all Dior. And I really enjoy a lot of her Chanel and Dior videos, so I'm just gonna give credit where credit's due. So Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, Angela Van Rose, and Allison Chase are my inspirations for this. I had kind of planned this video in my head after seeing that movie, but I also know that they have put out videos recently on this same subject. So, and they've probably done it much better than I have and more accurately. But again, this is just going to be a more French inspired makeup look for me. I'm not going to follow all the rules. I am just going to do my interpretation of it and what makes me feel really beautiful right now. And I'm also going to try some products that are a little bit new to me and just combine them with things that, again, make me feel beautiful and that I enjoy using. All right, let's get into it. Since I'm going to be doing a red lip today and my lips could use a little bit of moisture, I'm going to go in with the Clarins lip oil. This is a lip comfort oil in Pitaya. This is so nice. It's got this huge doe foot and it smells like candy, and it does leave a bit of a red stain behind. Which I think will just help. But yeah, this is a beautiful lip oil. Then I'm going to go in with the Danessa Myricks Beauty Oil. This one has a little bit of gold flakes in it, which don't really show up. I'm going to use 3 to 4 drops. And then and it does smell a bit rosy. So just so you know, it does have that rose scent, kind of that natural rose scent. But this is just to give me a little extra hydration because it's, again, very cold today. It is February in the Midwest where I live, and so I just need a little hydration. And I have already done skincare and sunscreen, so I do have a layer of sunscreen on underneath this. It is SPF 40 today. Then I'm going to go in with the e.i.f. Acne Fighting the e.i.f. Acne Fighting Putty Primer, the green one, and just a few swipes where I need it. And I don't know if you can see in the background, but I did light my Miss Dior Millefiore candle in honor of Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. And I still think that collection, that design is just so beautiful. And again, I wish I could get like a Dior tote or something in that Millefiore design. It's so beautiful. I'm going to go into the About Face Shadow Fix for my eyeshadow primer. This has been my favorite lately for the type of makeup that I have been doing. And today, because I kind of want a little bit of a stronger brow, I am going to go into my Anastasia Dip Brow Gel in Caramel. I have been using the blonde one from e.I.f. I recently finished that up and I liked it. It just didn't give me enough, just didn't give my brows enough body, I think, and that's saying something because my brows already have a lot of body, but I just need a little bit more pigment. I'm not really trying to like laminate them or sculpt them or anything. I just want them to stand out and frame my face. So I've always really loved the Dip Brow Gel since it's come out, and I might want to try the Merit one next, but I also might want to try this in like the blonde or taupe color, because it might be a little bit more appropriate for my brows at this point. Okay, so the primer seems to have set a little bit, so I'm going to go in with one of my favorite new products, and this is a new to me product. It's not new, but it's new to me, and this is the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick Eye Color in Copper. I recently picked up the Nude Rose in one of the Sephora sets, and I love the formula, and I love that color, but I love a copper color, so I have another item from Laura Mercier I'll show you here. While I was buying that, I decided I was going to pick this up. And I love this. This is my favorite kind of one and done eye. I'm not really a one and done shadow person, but this makes it so ridiculously easy. And again, I think I said it in my last video, but I am so surprised that these stay on, these glide on, and they build and they stay on. And if you put shadow over them or around them, it doesn't, it really helps with the creasing. Like my eyes do crease even with shadow primer, and this really just keeps the shadow on. I walk to work, and so I am subject to all kinds of weather. My eyes water, whatever, and this just really helps to keep the makeup look, give it longevity during the day. And I'm going to just blend it out a little bit because this is the only shadow I'm going to use today. And I just want to blend it out a little, but still keep the shine. And again, like I said, this is my take on effortless French beauty, and it's not going to be everybody's take. I know probably someone would prefer to put like a light wash of gold, or like a matte, maybe cream matte or something, maybe like just a deep crease shade, like a bronzer in the crease. Those just aren't my style. I just love the way that copper colors accentuate the blue in my eyes, so this is what makes me feel pretty, and this is my one and done style look. And just to tame it down a little bit, I think I just went a little bit wild over here. I'm gonna just go in with the Q-tip and take a little bit away. And then I'm gonna go in with my favorite liquid brush tip liner. This is the Maybelline Hyper Easy. This is the one in Pitch Black. So I usually use the one in Pitch Brown. This is in Pitch Black. And I love this formula, and I love the application. And I just love the way that it just adds just a little line with a tiny little wing, just adds some volume to my lashes. Then I'm going to go in with the Chanel Noir Allure mascara. This is just the sample, and I have been loving this since I got it. And that mascara just gives me some nice length and separation. I know that normally you would tightline or something under your, you know, up on the top of your eyes there. I don't feel comfortable doing it. I don't like doing it. It makes my eyes water. I don't even really do anything in the waterline anymore just because my eyes get watery and there's really no point. So that's why I do the thicker, darker line on top, and then I do the more lengthening mascara on the eyes, and I find that that just helps really nice to just define the eyes a little bit more against the blue of my eye color and the copper of the shadow color. Then I'm going to go in and do my base. So I'm going to go in with my Le Beige Water Fresh Tint in Light. Just one pump. And then just to do a little bit of concealing while that dries down, I'm going to use the Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm Powder in number 1. And that is just to give a little bit more coverage, and then just to not use concealer and powder because this does have a nice powdery dry down. It's just easier and more effortless for me to use. But as you can see, I really do like this. I am looking forward to trying one of her blurring powder blushes at some point, but I have so much blush right now, and I have a new blush to show you, so we're gonna hold off on that for a while. And then here is the New to Me product. It's kind of a new product, it's kind of an old product, it's a special limited edition product, but the product itself, this is the Laura Mercier Lunar New Year 2023 blush for the year of the rabbit, and that is, you can see the imprint in it, and this is the shade Ginger. So Ginger has been around for quite a while. It is one of their matte blushes, and I believe they did this last year for Year of the Tiger. Same color, just a different imprint, and it's really, really beautiful. And I don't celebrate Lunar New Year, but I've always been wanting to try Ginger, and I figured the packaging is beautiful and the design is so cute. So I'm going to use that today, just a little bit on my cheeks, not too much. Again, we're just doing an effortless look. So on me, this blush is incredibly light. It is also a little bit sculpting for me, which is how I have been liking to use my blush lately. I have been foregoing bronzer and just using blush to shape the face a little bit, and I have been enjoying that, and it really works with the colder weather. And with my fair skin tone, a color like this works pretty well. And it is a more powdery formula. Like, I am picking up, it doesn't look like it, but I am actually picking up powder, but the design is pretty okay for now, so I can keep the bunny for a little bit longer. And this is a really nice just sculpting shade for me. I'll have to see what it looks like in natural light because I do have my box lights on, but just something real natural and subtle for this French inspired look. And I don't think I'm going to use setting spray today. I think I'm going to be okay without it. But I am going to go in with a red lip now. So this is the recent purchase I made from Dior, and this came with a gift. This is the popular, ever famous 999, and this is the Rouge Dior formula, and this is just a little mini. And it's got the CD on the top and on the side here with the canage design, and then this is just their classic red. This is in the velvet color, or I'm sorry, this is in the velvet formula. You can see it does have Dior imprinted on there, and then it looks like velvet, like the imprinting of it looks like velvet. So we're going to use this, and this is going to be our strongest piece of makeup on the face, which is why I've gone so minimal with everything else. So I've never tried this before. Again, I still have a bit of lip oil on, and because this is a velvet matte, I am going to hopefully have an easier time getting this on. And then I'm just going to go in with a small brush and just kind of blur the edges. Okay, so that is a Dior a 999. Now on me, it looks a little bit more like strawberry red. I'm not sure if this is a blue or an orange base red. I really can never tell the difference. It doesn't seem super orange or super blue to me. I think it's more of like a strawberry red, and I do also have the lip oil on underneath it, so it's probably not as matte as it could be right now, but I have just blurred the edges and just put on a couple of coats. I do want to go out today, so I don't, you know, I don't want to be transferring red lipstick everywhere. And then I am going to use a little bit of Dior's Collection Privé Lucky. This is just a beautiful, fresh scent from the Collection Privé line. And again, it just kind of goes with the idea of effortless. So just, you know, a few dabs of fresh smelling perfume. Very clean, very easy to wear. And then just with my hair down, and I've got a sort of strong brow. I've got a nice bright red lip. I have a sort of effortless eye and an effortless cheek. So I just feel like this is kind of my ode to French girl makeup. It's not going to be French exactly. I have to put my own twist on it. It's just my ode to French style makeup. And I really do, I know France is more than Paris, but I really just want to say that I really do love the city of Paris, and watching Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris just really reminded me of how much I enjoyed my time there. It is just an overwhelming city, and it made me feel like a child again, just kind of going and trying not to be that type of tourist who does everything in one day, and then going and looking up in the sky and seeing the Eiffel Tower and seeing the Place Vendôme and seeing the Place de la Concorde and the Jardin Tuileries and the Louvre, and just losing my mind and wanting to go see it all in one day, even though I had like a week to do it. But it's a place of really good memories for me when I was there back in 2018. So I hope someday that I will get to travel back again. And my look is not that dissimilar to what I was wearing back then. I was wearing a little bit of a deeper, more matte red lip, but pretty much the same sort of like easy, maybe it was more rose toned look, but it was definitely very minimal, and my freckles were showing through and all of that. So yeah, it's this is my ode to Paris and to France and to Angela Van Rose and to Allison Chase and to Mrs. Harris. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've ever been to Paris and what your impressions of the city were, where you went, and where you would love to go back to if you had the chance. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Any of those would be welcome, and all of them would be appreciated. And I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye.